So if it does happen, it just happens. It's okay. But welcome in when you guys get in. We're gonna get a message rolling for you. We're gonna begin with the Voice of Souls Oracle. We're gonna see what all the divine has to let you know at this time. I split the deck on forgiveness. Um, this could be like a self-forgiveness or a forgiveness of then abundance, an abundance of forgiveness. Okay, never mind. Thank you, Spirit. So this is an abundance of forgiveness that is coming in to you. Is what's coming out. What can we get some specifics? Yeah, education. Yeah, it's something that So it feels like the a strong belief of what comes around goes around, but you not necessarily seeing what you give out come to you, and there's an abundance of that forgiveness coming to you. That's how it's seeming so far, and it's kind of hard to even talk right now for some reason, like a weird like throat chakra issue. We have calm. This might be something that is hard for you to express. This might, like, whenever you receive this abundance, it might, like, it's just something that's hard to talk about, or it's something that you're not going to be able to, you'd be like taken back almost, because I can't. Okay, we're just gonna have some issues with this live, like always. Cool, but my angel bracelet's going off heavily, so there is this heavy presence of getting back what you truly deserve, but it requires you to receive help from people. So it's, and I feel like that's why the throat chakra was blocked. There might be a bit of expression that's hard to come out, or maybe you have a hard time expressing, or you over express. But karmic relationship and learning, yeah, it's like you're learning this relationship with yourself with like trust issues, or feeling the need to overextend yourself. That's causing Ooh, yeah, reapproaching a karmic relationship. Yeah, so it is something about, like, I don't feel like this is someone that you've been with coming back. I just feel like this is you reapproaching an issue, like a trust issue or a vocalization or communication issue that's been happening. And thank you for joining the membership. Um, we'll have the sigils out here soon. I have to find I have to find my notebook to get those sigils made real quick, but we will get those out here soon. And now there's just a car horn going off. There's something about, like, I don't know. It feels like you're going through a past cycle, but on your own. Like, it's just you versing like your shadow, yourself, your thoughts, everything of that nature. But it's because you're learning how to, and oh my goodness, Mark. But it's you learning how to, like, and it's like vocalizing it. It's like accepting. It's like you're bumping into strangers again, or people that are there to help you, that you're learning that can help you. But again, it's like this communication wants to come out as well, like on the bottom. It is like that, like a communication issue where you kind of struggle to say what you deserve or what you want, yeah, with abundance. But that's where your abundance lies, with this communication. Maybe you really do need like a cry for help moment. Um, and the divine is giving you permission to do so. Yeah, reunion, because it's gonna bring you back to who you are. This period of feeling lost isn't to like torture you, but it's to get you to realize that you can't do it all on your own. And though yes, you have the divine support, you also have external support with you as well. And the divine wants you to not be afraid to ask for help. It's, you know, a mouth that stays shut doesn't get an answer. There's a need to just, I don't want me talking about that projection, but this projection that you're picking up from other people is like, oh, you're protected by the divine, and understand what the divine is, nor Jesus Christ. So I would keep the ignorance to yourself on that one. But the divine is like trying to show you that these projections from people, they're like, oh, you have the divine protecting you, so you don't need our help. But in actuality, that's not how it is at all, because we all have divine support. It's just that because you're tuned in with your gifts, they think that you should get your shit done like that. And that's not the case at all. Like, we're all here to learn and to move at our own pace. It's just people have this weird thing where they see you, they just see someone having more. Like, that's just how people are with the mind when they're still asleep and they're not working right. It's, they just see it as, oh, you're blessed and protected, so why isn't the divine helping you out more? And they'll use it to like smug up and stuff. And that energy is like a projection that you do pick up on a lot, because it's like, I shouldn't have to ask for external help with the help of the divine, or people know who I am and all these things. But at the same time, you're here on earth learning, so it's okay to do those things. It's the removal of that boundary. We have Pluto coming out as well, so this could be definitely about Pluto going into direct with Aquarius, leaving Capricorn and going directly into Aquarius for this rebirth. It's like alchemizing yourself. It's alchemizing knowing that you are who you are, but you're here on in flesh. You're here with the limitation of matter. And it's okay to ask for that help. It's okay to know when you have to like drop the sword yourself and ask other people. It's okay to make those calls. And I feel like that's what the divine is trying to show you through this stagnancy, through this breaking period, that you do deserve that help. But it takes you vocalizing it as well. And it's less about vocalizing it to the divine, but maybe even just making, making a post or something like, hey, I need help with this. Yeah. Look for the, like, this is the sign to, like, this is, you might have to, like, might have needed permission or like a sign to like, oh, should I do this? Should I shouldn't do that? It, yeah, we have, yeah, we have blessing, we have heaven, blessings, luck, bliss, with patterns followed by Saturn. It's like your blessings are here. You're able to achieve what you have, but there's this cycle that you have with Saturn where it becomes you fighting the world. And that follows in the line of like people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't need help because X, Y, Z," or "I thought you had this faith," or "Meh, meh, 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 where's your God now?" type bullshit, where those people are just so arrogant and stuck up their own ass that they don't even realize that what's going on. So it's like you need to fight that back. You need to be able to have the discipline. That's just Saturn's test, is showing you, hey, these people around you have built up this wall around you in your throat by making it seem like you can't communicate for help or communicate for movement, or even like cutting people out or however. But you have the right to do so because it's your life. But are you going to succumb to the world or other people, or are you going to truly follow your path and be who you desire to be? And it has to do with water, like your emotions, reading your emotions, being in the flow of what you are. It's okay, some days you are feeling good and some days you're not. That is just how the world is. That is just the up and downs of life. And it's about allowing yourself to like acclimate that, because within that, that's how your power, that's where your power comes from, where you're able to just truly see like, yeah, these other people's thoughts have halted me in these ways, despite the fact that like maybe I'm not able to express my emotions clearly or whatever. But again, it's all in the mental field. With Mercury being out, it's all about communication. It's literally, it's so, it's like just communicating to the world what you want. If we got Pluto, Saturn, and Mercury, those are like heavy like planetary like energies right now. For some reason, I don't think there's anything significant going on today. I checked the app before I went live, and there wasn't anything going on there for today. But it's about communicating what you want with your full power, knowing that you deserve it, and sometimes you just have to ask to receive. And that's part, it's like it's that part that's a little bit uneasy, because you've been met with the opposite of that for so long that now it's scary to ask for help. It's scary to do these things. And that's how this matrix wants people to be ran, is by that fear of, oh, you're stuck here and there's not much you can do. Yeah, with trap, it's right there. You like, you might feel like you're trapped or caught somewhere or like something like that nature, but like the divine is wanting you to know that you are safe. Your angels are around you. Pay attention to the angel numbers around you at this time. I've been getting a lot of 111s and sevens. Ones and sevens have been really significant today, and twos and fours as well. There's just been a lot of rebalancing, new life, new energy, death and rebirth stuff. You might even be like comparing things your psychic abilities are going nuts. You're hearing people more. You're seeing the truth more. You're seeing deeper. You're seeing past masks even more. But it's about you coming together. It's this love that you've been giving yourself that's coming to you. It's the love of your gifts that you have, the love that you wish to work on your gifts, or even are questioning like what your gifts are. It's the fact that you're showing that love, that is giving that love back to you. You're going through an upgrade at this time. So just keep your focus. There's a lot of energy like going everywhere. But it's important to keep your focus because this upgrade is coming. I mean, Jupiter's here with growth. Again, and then communication. It's something about you learning what you actually want rather than what you needed in certain situations. You know what I mean? Like you have your desire and then you're put in certain situations where you're put in like a fight or flight and like survival mode. And then you have your needs for that energy. And now that you're slowly leaving that energy and delving more back into the self, it's like you no longer are afraid of what's around the corner. Now you're just like, I want what's next for me. And the spirit's like showing you that these talents of yours, this ability to express who you are, what you want more clearly, is going to lead to a lot more satisfaction, even if it's just being more direct with yourself. Like even like questioning, I mean, and then here comes the moon talking about yourself right when I say that. So yeah, it's about yourself. It's like you second guess. It's like, oh, I want to go to Walmart, but Kroger's closer. But you want to go to Walmart because what you're looking for is at Walmart. But it's like, I want to go to Kroger instead. You want to go to Walmart though. So allow yourself that freedom to go to Walmart because it's there's they don't want me talking about this for some reason. Every time I like talk about it, it gets shut off and on. So that's gonna be fun. But the first thought you get is the intuitive divine thought. The second thought is the you trying to rationalize, you trying to even things out, using the material world to skew things around, you know. And that's this warning that's been like kind of been going through. It's like you need to be aware of this inner combat. This tower can't necessarily be avoided. I mean, it can be, but it's again, it's something that you deal with daily. It's a daily thing where I could do this or that, but what do I really want to do? And that can just become a hassle because you tend to think rather than feel. And the divine just wants you to feel more because when you're able to feel, you're able to talk, you're able to express. When you're thinking, you're unable. I mean, there it is with the feminine energy, the heart space, Venus, love. It it really is just feeling more. Allow yourself to feel. Don't allow yourself just to see and observe and take in that and then make opinions. Make yourself able to feel because it's about the balance. It's a north node. It's the truth. Being in this balanced north node energy. Look at your north node, and then allow that to help you use the clues with your north node to find out what you need to do. Um, or like how you could better yourself. Look up what a north node even means for you. You know, get your own solidified definition for these things as well, because it's you that's using this, and it's like it's the yeah, because your north node holds what you're gonna do with your contract. Your north node holds because if you don't know, your south node is your past life, and your north node is what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, or what you could be doing, what you were born to do. And that's why people use north node, south node so much within like zodiacs and stuff. But it's important to know like that your contract is in the north node. What you're supposed to be doing is north node. And it's an uncomfortability maybe from like a moon sign, or a fifth house or a 12th house, 11th house sign, ninth house sign that's causing like interference, or maybe even just your south node that's causing conflict, you know? But there's a need to just really see who like why how you're charted out. Yeah, again, it's the south node that's keeping you then. Yeah, it's the south node that's keeping you away from a north node. Maybe you feel like you should be doing more because of what your south node has, but in this life you're meant for something different. And it's about accepting that and really coming to terms with what you are in this life. Yeah, because there seems like there's something that's ending. There is some sort of past life cycle that's ending, so you're not able to depend on like that south node sign anymore. You're unable to depend on that like that habitual energy. Something's ending. The divine is crossing something out so something new can begin. And it's about getting within that flow and just like really seeing who you are. And like Michael's on the bottom with truth. Like Michael's here to protect you. Michael's cutting, like again, cutting these cords off. These people places, things, activities, foods, whatever. They're being removed from you. It's like you no longer resonate at that vibration. You no longer get enjoyment or satisfaction, or it doesn't appease your hunger, or however. It doesn't work anymore for you. And the divine's trying to show you, I mean, there it is with the earth. It might be your work habits. It might be you work too much, you work too little. You do work that you don't enjoy, or you're not doing, or you're not working at all in anything that you enjoy. Maybe you enjoy something too much and it's causing you to disassociate too much. And then, not to say that overworking, like, being a workaholic is like a double-edged sword as it is, but it's like, are you working because you're trying to avoid something, or like how, like, you know what I mean? Like, really questioning yourself on these things again, just to get like a more solidified viewpoint of who you are, of what you're trying to do. And yeah, Mark, they always try to shut us down over here. You know how it is. They they don't want it. They don't want like actual help coming out. They don't want the introspections coming out. They want to keep us blind, but that ain't gonna happen over here. Yeah, attract, because right now you're in this like really good attracting energy. Yeah, you just don't know what you're attracting yet. That's another big fear. It's like, that with the crown, you might need to do some crown meditations as well. But you are attracting what you desire. But it's this like, oh God, it's taking a while to come in. Is it coming in? What's going on? It is coming in, but it's a lot bigger than you think it is, because again, you're co-creating with the divine. You're no longer depending on yourself. It's about that vocalization, of being honest with yourself. It's so important. Yeah, that's the message though. Pay attention to certain messages, signs, synchronicities, because they're not there to confuse you. They're there to show you like the clarity. And you might even be getting a lot of signs and getting really confused from them. And if you are, you can always ask the divine to make the signs more clear, more simple, so it's easier for you to connect. Or, I mean, there it is with balance. You have the ability to balance, but again, it's about you using your voice. You might be afraid to use your voice. You might have been demonized and scrutinized for even using your voice. You know what I mean? Like a full-on truth speaker that has full power. I mean, your teeth are crystals and all that stuff. I don't know if y'all knew that, but there's all sorts of things. But it's your voice is so powerful, and so many people have tried to silence you or said, oh, that doesn't matter, yada yada this, yada yada that, to the point to where you don't even speak up for yourself when it's just you and the divine. And the divine's trying to show you that all you have to do is ask, but you get so irritated before you ask. It's like all this energy builds up and you're like, I need something now, then I need something now, give me my message. And you get the message, but it's like you end up being like, oh, you got mad just to get the voice out. It took all that anger to get the voice out. And it's because you feel like repressed. It's this depression that you're in with your throat chakra, where you're not able to express something. And it might even be like a throat chakra issue that you need to solidify a throat and a root chakra. Yeah, because there's something about like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, don't feel weird about who you are. I don't know which way this wanted to flop, but okay. But we have like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. You might feel awkward about this though. Like again, like a sacral chakra in reverse, you might feel weird about expressing yourself in certain ways, or just talking to the divine normally, or really getting into like a more spiritual habit. Yeah, like don't feel embarrassed by it. Like that, I mean, it's there. Like there might be some embarrassment, or like, oh, I can't do it around certain hours, around certain people, because I'm embarrassed. I'm worried how they're gonna feel about me. And there's like this, or even just like expressing yourself creatively. There might be a fear of just expressing yourself creatively, like in general, because again, sacral chakra issues here with the throat and stuff. But it's like, it's trying to get you to see like who you are. It's the divine's trying to show you that it's not just it's not about other people when it comes to you. And that might be hard again, because like people pleasing energy, but it's not about these other people. It's about you. It's about what you want to do. It's about what you know you're capable of doing. It doesn't matter. And again, that's how you're going to bring this balance in. It's this shadow side integration, where you tend to shut people down because of your shadow. You tend to just recluse and ignore because of your shadow. And the divine's trying to show you that that shadow element needs to be used on certain people, but because you've gone through all that you've gone through, and you understand these deeper truths, and you understand how it is, you almost feel bad or guilty. For some, sinful is the word to use for some, that you feel like you can't do it because it's bad. But it's that shadow integration that's going to allow you to really step up and be like, you know what, I don't necessarily care if I'm making people uncomfortable for doing what I'm doing. If they're uncomfortable by it, then it's because it's not for them. That doesn't mean anything bad. Doesn't mean that they're doing anything bad. It just means it's not for them, or they just have this issue where they're afraid of these things. Again, yeah, it's something about your, like, a family lineage. This could be like an ancestral trauma. This could be like your actual family or however, but it's about this delusion, this disillusion, even like just like not seeing things clearly, being very like, I don't want to say airheaded, I want to say like cloudy minded, which is why you need to take time to like break and take peace and pause and meditate. And even if it's not meditation for like 30 minutes, just sitting back and observing your own thoughts, because again, we're receiving them for a reason, and we tend to think that these thoughts are like life and death for us, but these thoughts are there for us to observe, to find out how we really are in those moments. Yeah, I'm telling you, once you withdraw from this, the rebirth is happening, and blessings will happen, and blessings are coming for you. But there's a need to withdraw from the opinions of other people towards your own craft. Like, if you are doing something and it's working for you, it is good. There's not a need to combat it. There's not a need to involve your energy inside of it. There just needs to be like an actualization of it, just seeing it for how it is, and then withdrawing from it. Like, that's cool that they think that way, but that's not me. You don't need to add your 2 cents into everything. Energy goes where attention flows. So you need to watch out for that. You just be careful, more careful of even who you're giving your attention to. Like, if you know you shouldn't be doing something, but you're doing it anyway because, oh, I'm already in the middle of it, you're still giving that thing attention. You're cutting what the time that you're like worried about losing in half by doing those other things. It's about withdrawing and really coming to self, stepping into your true power, realizing who you are, and allowing yourself to move your authentic way. Yeah, because I mean, here it is. Like, God sees you. God is watching over you. God is watching over you. You've put a past life energy to rest. These past life energies are no longer getting to you. This might even be like a past life energy of not getting enough rest, not feeling like you can get enough rest, feeling like a lack of charge or something. But there is a need to relax and detach from this past life, these past life memories, this current life in the past. You know what I mean? Like, the divine is watching you, and they're like, you're doing good, but there's a bigger meaning behind it. There's more than just the past life to pay attention to. There's more than just the past people that you've already dealt with that's for you. There's more, you know? Because a lot of the people around you were just telling you falsities. They were telling you what they thought was best for you, and they don't even know who you are. You know what I mean? Only you truly know who you are. That's between you and the Creator, and how the Creator created you. No man, woman, obstacle, rock, stone, bone can tell you truly who you are unless the Creator is involved directly. And there needs to be it's something about like controlling your mask a lot more. Not masking your manifestation abilities, not masking your magic, not feeling bad that you can manifest more than others as well. Like, there's a lot, like, these issues aren't necessarily talked a lot about the spiritual journey, but a lot of insecurities comes from you knowing how blessed, how strong, how powerful you are in the ethers, and then being afraid to do that on this realm because you don't want any sort of like negative backlash, or you don't want to be seen as that type of person. You know what I mean? But yeah, exactly. There's no shame in success. There shouldn't be shame in any success. If you know you can do it and manifest it, then put all your might into it, because that's the healing work that you're doing. It's the healing of literally you, and not only you, but your relationship physically, with the physical, with the mental, with the emotional, with the spiritual. It's all over healing. It's an inner and outer healing. And if you can do it, it's about becoming a leader. Either regardless of what sign you are, it's about becoming a fire sign. I'm just hearing that. It's about like stepping into your Leo energy. No matter what sign you are, it doesn't matter. But it's about stepping into that ferocious lion energy while also being who you are. It's the perfect balance of determination, leadership, and forward movement, but also with compassion, with love, with the help of the divine, with the knowledge of right and wrong, with the wisdom of knowing what to do and what not to do, of having that emotional maturity, of having that mental maturity, you know what I mean? And just fully like being the leader that you've we're destined to be, because we're all destined to be leaders. We're leaders of our own life first, for sure. And it's not wrong to follow in someone's path if you're unsure, but it's about remembering who you are, remembering that the divine put you here. It doesn't matter if you were born with siblings or not. It's all matters about you and in your life. Your siblings' life were different. You experienced different things. You've gone through more things than other people. And all these things, though they are very heavy, it's not to hold you back. It's to push you forward, to show you that you are deserving of these things. Because people who go through things like you, they don't go through the full spectrum of it. They go through their own spectrum of it. And some might even say that they don't go through as much as you, depending on who you're talking to, and all these other things. But they see you going through things that they couldn't possibly go through with the same attitude, with the same emotional respect, with the same divine glow, with the same protection that you're going through. It's the fact that you're authentic with yourself, this radical authenticity where you understand other people. And it's not that you expect other people to understand you, but just the fact that you understand people, it shows this impression that you're a genuine person. You know what I mean? But it's something about like needing to really. Oh, goodness. We don't want you here. We're just going to hide you. We don't want you here. Bye. Go do something better with your time, baby. You got a lot of shit. You should get a job too. But anyway, regardless, drunk, solar plexus, and portal. It's about like not having like a clouded, shaky expression of like your power, not allowing who you are to like push you in a shell, not allowing you to get like, because you're not going to get, I'm hearing you're not going to get power drunk is how I'm hearing. You're not power hungry. You just want what's best for you and what's best for other people as well. And people see this, and this is why so many people like watch you, because they're like, it's not that, I don't know, it's not that they don't believe in you, but they watch you, and they just find out like that they like their manifestations are like lesser than yours, or that they feel like a joke because of their manifestations. They're unable to have your gifts. They're unable to manifest. They wouldn't be able to survive the situations. They don't have that type of support. It's that humbling energy that you carry. It's that full authenticity of knowing that you're not better than anyone, that you're just here experiencing life. Yeah, you're pure. You're a purity. You are who you are. You give what you're given, and you take what you want to take. But it's this energy of really like, I don't know, you might need to do a spiritual cleansing as well, but purifying your gifts, even like purifying how you feel about certain gifts, purifying how you feel about other people seeing you use your gifts, purifying just everything that you have been told, like, oh, you should be ashamed of these things, like this battle. Yeah, this battle, like, it's a mask battle. It's a battle to try and get you to wear a mask. But it's something about this moon phase, like the moon phases that we're going through right now. This whole month is a very powerful, strong month. What I think there's like a Mercury retrograde. I think there's some sort of retrograde this month. I forgot what it is. I think it is Mercury. Um, but it's, I don't know. I'm just hearing like something came back and bit someone. Like, yeah, they're like, I don't know. A lot of people are putting the rest what they were invested in at this time though. If things are going to get lighter. There are a lot of people seeing you go through these warfares, these battles, and it's like you're able to get this rest and you're able to just fully surrender almost because you're no longer like being attacked, or it's just you and your growth and your spiritual development have gotten stronger as well. I mean, yeah, ascended masters, you're protected. Someone, because it's like it's embarrassing. People do what they, I don't know. People want you to be embarrassed that you get finances, that you get money, that your gifts are monetizable. People want you to feel weird that you are an ascended master or you have ascended masters around you that have given you gifts or guide you to use your gifts for finance. Like people don't like that. And it's because these people, they're not talentless, but they believe that they are. And on point being here, like they just don't see their own self-worth. They see themselves as the slug walking across the road and they take the easy way out. You know, they get either sell their soul to some sort of industry, they stay in a 9 to 5 that they don't like because it pays a lot, or they work factory jobs or however because they just pay a lot. It's that energy where you are embodying who you're supposed to be, who you are, your gifts, and people just don't like that. And it's a thing within the spiritual community as well, where people are like, you shouldn't monetize your gifts, man. That's bullshit. You are sent here to live the life that you want, to invoke in whatever you wish to invoke in. And if you don't want to monetize your gifts, that's completely up to you. But you shouldn't listen to people that go around and say that, because a lot of people are only able to survive and live due to their gifts, due to monetizing their gifts, due to having a channel or giving what they have like that. So there's not a need to feel bad or ashamed for it. And some people might look at you weird because they can't do that. You know, maybe they have gifts and stuff, but people don't monetize them for it. People don't pay for them for it. And it's not because they're not gifted, it's because they're in the wrong area for what they're trying to get for. And that's it's like it's just knowing your place. And that's one thing that I feel this collective, it knows and is getting the grip of, like knowing your place, knowing who you are, knowing that you, since you are this connected to the divine, since you have all this divine protection, then why don't you deserve what you want? Why can't you live the, even if it is like getting material things, it's not living a materialistic life. Materialistic life is about hoarding and hogging things and not sharing. It's not that you're one of those people, you're one to share. So it's like, why don't I deserve these things? Like, why can't I get these things? Is these questions that you have to ask yourself whenever you feel like you are unable to, or like it's impossible. You have to ask yourself, why can't I? With the Page of Cups, you have to learn why you're saying these things. Learn your own language. Learn the projections that are coming towards you. Learn how to interact with them. Learn how to combat them. I mean, look, if this card's like it's speaking of fish. The dude's looking at a fishy cup. That fish is trying to communicate something to him. That's why he's looking so intrigued at that cup. He's like, what are you trying to tell me? There's something within the waters. There is nutrition within the waters. There's sufficient energy. There's a sufficient life source, an abundant life source within the heart space, within the water that you're trying to figure out. But first, you have to go across the land, and the land is, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. The land is hard and solid, and the water is beyond the land. It's like it's looking past that first surface thought of thinking that you can't, because you can. The Nine of Cups came out. It's like the genie in a bottle card. It's like I want to say it's upright, but it came out reverse. Like there's this heavy, like you can, but that's what's stopping you, is this blockage of not listening to yourself fully, not being like, you know what, I can do these things. I've just been told by people who couldn't do it themselves that I can't, because they see themselves in me just as I see myself in them. And that's the thing. You can only see in other people what you see in yourself. And a lot of people who don't see their self-worth have a lot of opinions and a lot of shit to say. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it is a bunch of shit that they're saying. They're not saying anything worth beauty. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords to confirm that you are this abundant energy. You need this mental clarity though, because you've been told by so many people, and it's not to say that these people see bad in you, or they just don't see a future within themselves that is like as sufficient as you. They think that your ideas are too farlandish, or oh, it'll only work for a minute. And these people are just, they're not aware of who you are, what you're doing. You're not here to live that normal life. And on the Nine of Pentacles, there's a snail. little baby snail there. I don't know if you knew it. It's slowly growing. It's an abundance. It's slow. There's things that have to happen. So this is why this mental clarity has to come in. You are deserving of a lot more than you want. And the divine is pushing you towards it, but it's also about clearing that mind. Again, it's these right here. It's clearing the mind so you can listen to yourself, so that this Nine of Cups reverse becomes this Nine of Pentacles on the upright. And that's what the divine's trying to do right now, is show you that you're not satisfied. You're not in this position where you're like, oh, I love what I'm doing. I'm happy. Like, yes, you might. Yes, for sure. But are you 100% satisfied? Or are you just agreeing with the circumstances that you're being given? And the divine's trying to show you that so you can step into your power more. And Six of Wands, Two of Cups, get into your victory. Step into your full role of getting your victory. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. We are back. I think we're back. That took a little minute, but we're good. They don't want me getting these messages out. But it's really just about connecting yourself with your highest version, like with everything you have. Yeah, with the Fool to the Six of Cups. It is so important to take this leap. But when you take this leap, don't forget to like it's like you're not afraid to take leaps, but when you take that leap, you almost turn into like a robotic, I have to do this and then that, rather than going with the flow of things. You know what I mean? And that's what the divine is trying to show you with the Fool and the Six of Cups, is to not to be so mechanical, not to be so mental with this leap. The leap, it's not being distracted by the physical when you make these leaps, remembering that it's all spiritual. Remembering that you do have this gift to see beyond what others can see, to know that what you're doing is right, to just go off on a whim and really just smile in the face of defeat, in the face of like backlash, in the face of adversities, and just smile at it and know, like, I know why you're here. In Seven of Swords reverse, not allowing it to deter you, not allowing it to make you walk away from really drawing back to the divine. And then this can come from like people, this can come from just events, it can come from however, but it's about really seeing who you are, knowing. I mean, damn, we have the Knight of Cups, I mean the Knight of Pentacles to Knight of Cups. It's really about just seeing who you are. And it's almost like you have to work backwards though. It's like you really want to see who you are on first before you really embellish in it. But there's something about you needing to embellish it first, because that's the correct order of operations. But it's something on the physical that you need to see. And the divine is showing you things on the physical, but you're not taking it in because it might not be something that fits the criteria with the Seven of Cups. It's not something that, oh, you know, this is nice and all, but I would like something better because I know I'm worth more. You know what I mean? But it's the journey of knowing that, yes, you know that you're worth more, but do you feel like you're worth more? Knowing and feeling are two different things. Those are two different elements. Knowing comes from here, feeling comes from here. The wisdom lays within the heart, and the intellect is for the mind for a reason. And it's about feeling and having the wisdom of who you are, and truly feeling, being able this, like it's almost hard to integrate, it feels, because you used to, but you stopped. There was something that made you stop, and it feels like it was just like a personal attack from like family or friends or a group or something that really made you be like, you know what, I'm not going to just stand out anymore. But it's because, again, you were just around people who weren't at your vibration. These were people that you wanted to be around because you thought they were a nice person, or you seen what they could have been. And again, that's just the lesson of not overstepping your boundaries, not being too much of a people pleaser, not allowing others to identify you with them, and allowing yourself just to stand out. It's not about being an individual, it's about being who you are. It's not about accepting things as, oh, it's only happening to me and I'm the only one here with it. It's knowing that everyone there has it, but not everyone there will. Saturn has been coming out so much. This is the struggle between, this is the one battle that you lose between Saturn and you, is this full belief that you, not the full belief, but the full feeling that you deserve, because you know you do, but you have to use your whole body, every ounce of energy, to manifest what you truly desire. And it's something about, you visualize it, you can visualize it, you can do all these things, but it's something about feeling it. And it might have been because your heart chakra has been like healing and that's been going through its thing. It might have been a solar plexus or a sacral or maybe even a crown chakra. But it is the thing I always love pointing out is, like, no matter if cards are in reverse, they only have one way to go, which is in the upright. And you might have been in this fight with Saturn for a while because, you know, it comes at you in so many ways. But it's about you finally realizing that I'm going to go my own way. Because every time I bump into Saturn, every time I bump into the world, the matrix, there's always that one person that also sticks out like a sore thumb, which is why you have the red and the blue as the brightest colors there that really draw in your eyes. It's like you. I'm currently going through a fight with Saturn too, as you can tell. I'm currently in a fight with Saturn too. But Saturn's going to lose the battle because I don't give a fuck. But you're getting to this point to where these people who are outside of you, it's like you look at celebrities and you're like, I don't see a difference between me and them. It's giving that energy. And not like, we're not talking about the fucking satanic ones, okay? We're talking about like the people who have the money, the lifestyles that you wish to live, the ideologies. However, it's like you're looking at them and you're like, there is no difference between me and them, and you know that, but you have to feel that. And the feeling part is the complicated part. The feeling part is the part that takes deep introspection. That's the part that doesn't need healing, but needs more integration. Because that part of you doesn't need to be healed. It would only need to be healed if you wouldn't have any idea of it. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it would be damaged or broke or non existent. But because it's there in a thought form, it needs to be integrated more. So, what actions can you do? Because it's all about the mental, right? And if you're willing to see the desires on the mental first before you feel, what actions can you take with your thoughts to prove to you, yeah, I am worthy of this. Yeah, I am worthy of that. And then it goes back to the feeling. It becomes the feeling. You experiencing it, you're living it, you're walking it, then you'll get the feeling. Some people need to work backwards in that manner, and that's completely okay. But it's also, it's just important to know that there is no difference between you or anyone, and you can get there. But it's about feeling. It's about not judging. It's about not seeing their actions. Again, yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, because there's like, everyone has skeletons in their closet. Everyone's done something. You know, I mean, like, we wouldn't be here regardless. But it's about detaching the character from the energy, because that energy can embody so many characters. You know what I mean? And you can be one of those characters that that energy is embodying. It's just about separating that. You know, separate the art from the artist. Even, you know, people say that it's, you need to do that with the energy. You see all these celebrities, they're getting busted for a bunch of bullshit, and it's like, you know what? I can be in the energy of their financial upbringing, of their fame, of whatever you're wanting, but you don't have to match their actions. You don't have to match what they're doing on the physical. It's the energy. It's that feeling of knowing, a feeling that you just, like, your whole body resonates with, I deserve this. And that's how you're able to leave this matrix and escape like these falsified things. But the Queen of Wands again and the Queen of Cups, it's this lack of not allowing the divine to give you that feeling, and as well asking for the divine, like, show me a sign that I am truly worthy, and then seeing the divine give you that sign. You know what I mean? That's something that you might also have to do, is doing that. But it's, again, it's about this energy that you're not seeing, that's not allowing this feeling to come through, because that energy is around you. All energy is around you at all times. That's the one thing, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. Every energy that has ever existed is around you, and it's really up to you with your free will and power to choose what energy you want to resonate with. And we're not really told that thing. We're not told that every bit of trauma or in every bit of success and achievement and failure and abundance and drought is around us at all times, and it's up to us to focus on it because it is all there. Like, you might feel like, oh, I don't have, finances for things, but you're sitting around things that you have bought with that finance. That finance has not left. In fact, you still have it because it's a tangible thing that you're continuously using. It's not dissipated, it hasn't been destroyed yet. It's still there in the physical and the spiritual and a memory. However, it's still there, it's always around you, and it's about tapping into it, seeing people. Da, 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 da. They don't want me talking about that. They don't want me talking about it, but we're talking about it anyway. But all that energy's around you. All that energy's around you. All you have to do is realize that it's showing itself to you because it's there. Just like the internet has an algorithm, the reality around you is always. And all, like, and as well, like, to talk more about, because it's important to know that everything at the end of the day is a matrix, because everything's made of inputs and outputs. There's no way to erase the matrix. You would simply just not exist because you would not have been inputted into the world. Your soul wouldn't exist, your energy wouldn't exist, nothing of you would exist if there was no matrix around it. That's just how it is. Everything is a matrix. No matter, it's just about leaving the matrix, the inputs that restrict you from outputting. It's about not inputting so much that you can't output anything, or outputting so much that you're not accepting inputs. You know what I mean? It's the thought forms, the inputs, the thought, the outputs, the action, or the tongue, or however. You know what I mean? But with the Page of Pentacles reversed, that might be something that as well needs to be known. Is like, everything exists for a reason. And it's about knowing the actual reason why. For why it has to exist, for why it has to be, instead of going off of like an assumption, or like using the past to figure out it. But with the Page of Pentacles reversed, it's, you're not seeing the abundance around you. You're not seeing what you've already invested in around you. You're not seeing everything that you've already built up to this point around you, and that's causing you to feel like you're in this slack, causing you to feel like you're unable to do things. Because again, with the Nine of Swords here, the Cain and Abel scene in the corner, all the zodiacs on the quilt, the golden pillow, not able to sleep well. There's something about just not resting. And again, like, insomnia roots from you not listening to your soul. When the soul is disturbed, you do not rest. When the spirit inside of you is disturbed, depending on who you are, because not everyone has a soul. Everyone has a spirit though. Depending on who it is and who you are, like, it's it's there. And if it's not at peace, if it's not peaceful, or if it's not getting what it deserves, it can't rest. And that's the life force that powers you. If it can't rest, you can't rest, because everything happens spiritually before it happens physically. Insomnia is a physical side effect for a spiritual condition. And holy shit, da 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 da. They don't want me speaking the holy shit, da 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 da. They don't want me speaking the truth. They don't want me telling you. That's a big pharma update right there. But everything that happens, if you want to cure any physical ailment, mental, physical, emotional, whatever, it's still happening on the physical because it's an output. Figure out what's going on the spiritual aspect, because that energy that you're receiving, which comes from a spiritual source, is being contributed or perverted in a different way to output something different. That's what's going on in reality, if you really want to get deep down with it. But it's also understanding how to get that out quick. It's important to know that every time that you see something, bro, oh my lord, they don't want me speaking. I'm telling you real shit. I'm one of the only few fucking people on this platform that's telling you real shit. This shit does not happen to anyone else on this fucking platform that I know of. It might happen to a few, but like those few that I happen to are speaking the truth. So pay attention, take notes, rewatch this shit. Okay? Dead ass, because I'm not here spitting dumb shit up. I'm telling you shit that needs to be known. These are like ancestral things that we've known. These are things that Masons hide in, whatever the fuck. This is just the truth of it. You are able to do everything. The divine shows you what you need. You get the energy from it because you need it, because a part of you is craving it, whether it's in your shadow and it's being ignored, or it's in the front and it's the light and you're seeing it, because all the light is what you're seeing. and all the darkness is what. Oh my god. It's here. It's here in the cards. Okay? This is why you do the deep introspection. This is why you go hermit mode. To find the gold that the divine gives you and to overcome your own fears and to be in harmony with both your masculine and your feminine, your light and your dark, your physical and your spiritual. You know what I mean? Oh my god, they don't want me talking about this shit, y'all. It's crazy. But it's funny because it's like it never ceases to amaze me. This has always happened on this channel because they know what I'm here to do, and I know what I'm here to do, and they're not gonna fucking stop me. They can die trying. I'm saying that out loud. They don't care. But it's this inner power that you hold. And they don't want you finding out how powerful you are. They don't want you understanding that everything you see is for you, to empower you, not to tear you down. Everything's to empower you. Even if someone says something pessimistic, that's their problem. You make someone's problem become so much of a problem that they have to project it out of themselves because they can't hold it in. That's how much positivity is being spread. Genuinely, like you are that powerful. People don't realize it though. Most people refuse to see it. Some people just are blind to it. But again, it's about nurturing this because there's a lack of nourishment in knowing who you are, in knowing your true power, and being able to step into your true power. Knowing how to really cultivate. With the wheat, it's abundance. It's your abundance. It's like you have it. You know you have this inheritance, like this spiritual inheritance. However, this ancestral inheritance that people are taking, and the only reason, the only way they're able to even take that is by you taking no action, is by you not believing that you deserve it, and you having some form of self-doubt that you are unable to move forward or to step. Things start falling in line. It doesn't matter what the physical looks like. The physical has its own time. The divine has its own time. You have your own time. It's all these things. You know what I mean? It's all these things. But it's so important. It's super important that you digest, that you understand, understand that all it takes is nurturing. That is the one thing that this matrix that man has made has stopped a lot of people from doing. You know what I mean? They stopped a lot of people from looking in the heart. People say, don't follow the heart. The heart's bad. The heart will get you in trouble. The mind will get you in trouble. No, the heart will not get you in trouble. The heart is based off of love, off of truth, off of wisdom, off of the divine. It is a vortex that takes information from the ethereal realms and brings it to the physical. To not trust in the ether would just, it doesn't make sense. And you can say God or the Messiah or the universe or whatever you want, but that's where your heart point draws from, is that main source that you need to be able to do things on the physical. And people always say, don't listen to your heart. They're telling you not to listen to the divine. That's the devil's plan if you want to get down and dirty with it. The devil doesn't want you to follow your heart because your heart will lead you to the path of gold and your brain, your mind will lead you all over the place. Watch The Wizard of Oz if you need to, again, because that movie shows you a lot. Not just a lot about you and yourself, but a lot about the Matrix and how it's ran. And what the man does behind the fucking the curtains, you know what I mean? And Oz is just a god, and you can look that up. I forgot who Oz was. I think it's a Masonic god, if I'm not wrong. I think Oz is a Masonic god, but I forgot what it's fully based off of. But it's important, like these movies that are out there that are huge and stuff like that. They tell you these secrets, but we watch it for entertainment. Not many people look at it for deeper introspections. And when you do, allow the movie to identify with you, allow your energy to oh no, it's gonna happen again with songs. When people make songs, most lyric writers, they know how to hide messages within the song, within certain tones or certain vocals and certain lyrics, and they'll do that leaves hidden messages in things, and it's so important to be aware, and you know that's the main reason why we're always poisoned. So we're not aware of these things. We're always so worried about who to vote for, or like what country's being bombed next, so that we're not focusing on ourselves, so that we're giving our energy to these egregores, these other sources that ultimately just end up flopping and failing, because as per Saturn says, anything created by man will be destroyed by man. And if man creates these natural disasters, they are not going to be solved by man. They're going to be solved by nature, because that's the only thing that can solve it. Um, but we're gonna end this off a little bit. I'll probably get another a video out tonight or something. We'll talk more in depth about some things. But we're gonna use the Voice of Souls again and end this off to see what else. Like, is there anything else that you want to say? Anything else? Anything else? I'm gonna shuffle 3 more times. Okay. We have duality. It wants to come out with 11, reapproach, which is 25, and love. So yeah, it's again. And then we have it's not me on the bottom, karmic relationship on the top, and on the split abundance. So not allowing past relationships, not allowing past events of your life, relationships meaning with anything, not just physical, not just emotional, mental, spiritual, relationships with finances, with body images. However, all those are lessons that we learn, you know. It's about seeing the opposite side, about seeing the full spectrum, as above, so below. If you truly know and believe that you are deserving of these things, then you can feel them. There's just a need to reapproach what you love. Reapproach it in a more loving manner. Allow yourself to bring more love into it. How do I bring more love into it? Be more childlike with it. Have more childlike energy. Have more smiles. Have more giggles. Have more laughs. Have more, like, allow your inner child just to take control. Like, I want to say keep, and I keep trying to say teach. So teach yourself, I guess, how to go back to arts and humanities class. Basically, start like making image boards and storyboarding things out. Start adding more colors. Maybe you need to add more color to what you're doing, like literal color. You know what I mean? But however it is, allow your inner child to have a hand in what you're doing. Allow your inner child to really make things better. And not just your inner child, allow your inner adolescent, allow your inner adult to have these joys too, because they're all forms with us. When your inner child heals, it's going to heal the inner teenager, the inner adolescent in you, the angst, the I don't care anymore, fuck all this shit. That's another part of your inner child that needs to be healed. And then as that, when you're an adult, you have the inner adult to heal, where you were mature enough to do these decisions, but you still didn't know what to do, or still didn't do them, or those things where people say that you're a bad parent or some shit. You have to heal those parts of you, and it all comes from remembering that you are your inner child still. You are that child that was born. You're not anything different. These are, you know, adults and shit. Like, those are just labels. You're still that inner child. You're still that innocent baby. That's how the divine sees you. You're not different. You're not changing in that form. Your physical might change, but your soul is everlasting. That soul changes. It doesn't age. It only matures. And it's that inner child maturing. It's the inner child realizing, I can do what I feel like doing. I can do what I want. And not allowing the fear of, like, your own power get to you. Don't allow yourself to be afraid of how strong you are, because that's how much love you have. That's how much self-love you have for yourself to push forward. But that is the message that I had, and have so many interruptions, so much knowledge to get out. But thank you everyone for being here. Thank you all so much for all the donations, the help, the members as well. And again, the members, expect the sigils to be out soon. I have to find my notebook and, and get started on that. But thank you all so much. If you all are wanting bracelets or readings or anything, everything's in the description. You know where to find it. If there's no description, there will be one after I hit the end. But thank you all so much for being here. I love each and every one of you to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. Thank you all so much for the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether they are energetic or financial. I will see you all later. Take care, and just remember always that you are this powerhouse. Everyone is this generator. Even if you don't believe it, you are this generator that can create anything that you desire. You just have to feel it. You have to know it, you have to feel it, and then you have to be it. Okay? But I love you all so much, and I'll see you later.